Good morning and welcome back to TV Tacoma Cityline. With me right now are two individuals that represent a program that I have known about, 28 years now, and every year this program brings such joy and happiness to people who live in houses that need to have a little bit of a touch-up or a huge paint job. So please join me on behalf of Paint Tacoma Beautiful. Hello, Aaliyah Freeman.
Hi.
It's great to have you here today. These boots that you have on are, let's see if we can get a shot of them. Oh, yeah, hold your foot up.
Yes.
Are you wearing these boots when we paint?
Maybe. If I want to make a statement, then maybe.
You know, we could get a little bit of paint on from all the houses and then put them under glass.
Yeah.
There we go.
A nice little keepsake.
That's right.
So
with you is a fabulous woman with this amazing hair, Miss Mary Hoffman. You are also a part of the great team of Paint Tacoma Beautiful. Welcome to Cityline.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Mary, tell us about Paint Tacoma Beautiful. When did it start, and what is its purpose?
Yeah, Paint Tacoma Beautiful started in 1985, and it organizes volunteer crews to paint the exterior of homes of low-income, elderly, or disabled homeowners in Tacoma City Limits.
And you know, you said that so smoothly and so easy, but the impact of it is unbelievable what this program has done and will do. So Aaliyah, Mary mentioned groups of people that it helps. So when we talk about those groups of people, does it impact the community in the way that it was intended?
Most definitely. The program really is built to help communities thrive and grow. It creates that city beautification. It creates a sense of community togetherness. And all in all, it really does help those vulnerable homeowners.
Absolutely. I mean, I often say, because I was a part of that one summer, it is more than just painting a house. And we're going to talk about some of those soft ways that it's more than painting a house. So Mary, as we have homeowners who are watching this right now and are thinking, hey, maybe I could do that, or I have a house I think that could use their services. What are some of the home eligibility requirements, and how does somebody apply?
Yeah, to be eligible, a home must be within Tacoma City Limits.
Okay, check.
Check. The homeowner and their household must be below our income limit, which is 80% of the area median income.
Yes.
And then the homeowner must live in and own their house with no code violations or foreclosure notices.
Perfect.
And anyone who meets those qualifications can fill out an application on our website, paintbeautiful.org. Or if they don't want to go online, we have paper applications at our office on 13th Street.
Removing barriers one movement at a time, because not everybody has a computer. And also when you think about groups of people, groups from maybe Group Health or maybe the Girl Scouts of America, it's great that there are many ways to register because these groups have many different needs. So Aaliyah, how do you get the word out about Paint Tacoma Beautiful? Because, as I said, there was a woman named Sally Shaw who, we all love Sally. She was a legend. And Sally is still with us in this world, but she retired years ago. But when she was on the comfy couch, she would talk about how she would drive around neighborhoods. I know. This is incredible, and I don't expect you guys to do this, especially as we have come out of COVID and all the issues we have sometimes in the community. But Sally would drive around and put flyers in mailboxes. Now, certainly that's not what we're doing now, but what are the other ways that we get the good news out about Paint Tacoma Beautiful, Aaliyah?
Yeah, so the ways that we get out information about Paint Tacoma Beautiful and any of our other events that we're going on is through postings on our social media, our website, flyers that we create and put out in different places and locations, word of mouth, especially from people who have been volunteers over the year that are like, are you doing it? Are you doing it again this year? Yeah, I'm doing it again. Come with me. Let's do it. And also our tabling events. And of course, Cityline.
And Cityline, that's right. Thank you for that. So, Mary, what does painting the houses, or who does it? I mean, do you have a team that we watch and then we do it? Or are we just thrown in? And is it difficult to find willing painters, people who want to give up, I don't know, let's say a month of their time on the weekends to paint?
Yeah, so all of our houses are painted by volunteers, many of whom are coming back year after year.
Repeat offenders.
Yep. And every summer we have close to 400 volunteers. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And so it can, a lot of groups that can adopt a house and go start to finish, from prep to painting. We also have groups that who may only be able to donate 1 or 2 days. And so we'll pair them up with either a smaller home or another team that'll come in and pick up where they left off. We can also support individual volunteers by pairing them up with another group. And we don't just throw them in. Everybody gets some training from a training video, and we're always here to help and answer questions.
I love that, because perhaps one person would think, well, we're painting houses, it can't be that difficult. But if I had a room full of 50 people and I said, raise your hand if you've ever painted the outside of a house, not a whole lot of hands would go up. If I said, do you want to learn? The hands would go up, absolutely. So, Aaliyah, what are some of the homeowner stories that stand out to you? And these are the ones that I love.
Yeah, so 2 automatically come to mind when you ask that. The first one is super cute. So a few years ago, there was an older woman who had got her house painted, and the color that they used for the door was a very inspirational yellow. You can see her home, how it looks.
This is her home, okay.
This is the before.
Okay.
And as they got to painting, they painted the door a very particular yellow that, again, was very inspirational. Once they were done with it, she loved the color so much that she actually wanted them to paint her entire walkway the same color. And in quote, wanted it to be the yellow brick road.
Oh.
So super adorable. You can see that they did so much justice to the house, and it's just adorable.
That is an incredible before and after. And I want to say this, that is a lot of an amazing detailed work on that house. So I'm sure a lot of those repeat offenders that have the whole trim thing down pat, you put them on that kind of stuff, don't you? You said 2 stories come to mind. What's the second one?
Yes, so second one is hilarious and honestly shows the diversity in our volunteers versus the homeowners. So about a year ago, actually, there was a group of teenagers who were volunteering to paint an older woman's house, and did a great job, got the job done, and as a thank you, she decided to cook for them.
Oh,
and
I like
if you
that.
know picky teenagers, you know that they're only going to eat certain things. So the elder woman decided to cook them a big pot of chili.
Okay.
So keep in mind, guys, that this all runs throughout the summertime. So one, if you're like myself who grew up in the South that had grandparents that's going to cook, you know, foods that you don't want to eat as a teen and encourage you to eat it whenever, just because they say, you're going to already be feeling that from this. And 2, the fact that they were probably in 90-degree weather with a bowl of chili just makes for a bad combination. So much so that they didn't eat her chili.
No.
It's like, what's going on? But it makes sense that
It does. We could call her the chili house. And then you could actually actively recruit when you're, you know, screening volunteers. And what do you think about chili if it's 90 degrees outside? Oh, I would love that.
Right?
That is incredible. So, Mary, in these last few minutes, let's talk about how people volunteer to become a painter. And what are some other ways that they can support this project?
Yeah, anyone interested in volunteering should go on our website, paintbeautiful.org, and fill out a volunteer application. And if you're not interested in painting, there's a bunch of other ways you can help support the program. It could be light yard work, getting the house ready for paint crews to come in, shuttling paint supplies to and from homes, photography, hospitality, donations, all sorts of ways to help out.
These pictures just warm my heart, and it reminds me of when I did this. And you get to know the homeowners so intimately that a lot of times you're able to say, would you like me to maybe weed your beds for you? And of course they say yes. It's so rewarding. If someone is concerned about COVID protocols, Mary, what is our policy?
Yeah, so a lot of our work is done outside, and we've kind of moved away from requirements, but anybody is welcome to wear a mask or do any safety precautions that make them feel more comfortable. And if they need to go inside the house for any reason, they're welcome to wear a mask, and the homeowner might even ask for them to wear a mask.
All right. Years ago, there was a T-shirt for those who volunteered. Is that tradition still alive?
We
Yes!
have T-shirts. We're actually...
Okay, hold it up. There we go. Hold. Yeah. You're a little crooked.
There we go.
There you go. I am one of 1,000 reasons for hope. Boy, that is beautiful.
Yeah, we're making new T-shirts this year. Yeah, so every volunteer, all 400 of them, get these T-shirts, and they hold over for a couple years, so even more.
We have less than 50 seconds left. Who do you need to thank, Miss Mary?
Yeah, we thank all of our volunteers over the years. We couldn't do it without them.
Yes.
And then we also like to thank all of our past and future sponsors on the back of our shirt.
There we go.
We've had lots of partnerships over the years, and we hope to continue on.
I want to say thank you to both of you and really ask you to extend that on behalf of TV Tacoma to all the volunteers. This is the compassionate Tacoma that our mayor talks about, where we go out and we do things for people that they can't do for themselves. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope to see you back on the comfy couch next year. Yeah. Deal?
Deal.
All right. After some musical chairs, Jeremy will be here from the Northwest Furniture Bank. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.